Alright guys, so my first video I showed you how to tie a really simple version of the Sparkle Minnow with a rabbit strip for a tail, and then Palmer Chanel just for the body. Um, this one is going to be a little more of the original one. It's not exactly the same. I'm still using Palmer Chanel, and then I'll be using Marabou for the tail, just like the original coffee Sparkle Minnow, and then for the belly. I'll just be using a speckled tinsel Chanel. Again, what you'll need is for the tail material. We'll be doing a brown one today. So brown and yellow. So get your marabou, your typical strung marabou. Um, and then for the belly, I'm using speckled tinsel Chanel and pearl yellow. And then also for the tail, just to add a little bit of flash into it, just some yellow crystal flash. So we'll put a few strands on the end there. And again, here's a Palmer Chanel in root beer color, size medium again, same as before. And of course, we're going to be tying a size 4 again using Timco hooks, the 93-95 hook. And for the head, you can use a cone head. Otherwise, I do like using these 6.3 millimeter sculpin heads. Just adds nice little detail with the eyes into them, so they fit fine on a size 4 hook. And then of course your .035 lead wire for the body, and to add weight onto it. So, all right. So let's get started. Again, the cone's already on the hook. We'll start adding the lead onto it. And again, you want to leave some room in the back there so you can tie in the tail. And this time we'll be using the marabou for the tail. So. So, tie your thread on. And it'll be a two-tone tail, so it'll be brown and yellow. So I'll put the yellow on the bottom because then, because the belly is going to be yellow too, so it kind of creates a two-tone. So I'll tie the yellow in first, and then I'll tie the brown one on top of it. I kind of like to give it a big tail on these Sparkle Minnows. I mean, you can do whatever you like to, for how long you want it and how puffy or how big you want the tail to be. So I generally like to overdo it. We got the yellow in, then we'll add the brown on top of that. Usually I do 2 feathers for each color, so. Just wrap that on top of the yellow. Usually I do it right to the bend of that hook, and then you want to wrap it back to the bend of the hook. This is where you're going to add the crystal flash. Usually for the crystal flash, I'll get about, let's say, 3 strands for each side, because what you're going to do is you're going to tie it and then fold it over. So basically you'll be actually getting 6 strands out of it. So on each side. So you tie it straight on and then you'll fold it back. Repeat it for the other side. And then I usually cut it just a little bit longer than your marabou. So that should be good. Kind of adds that flash into your tail end there. Alright, so now what we'll do is we'll tie in the belly quick here before we do the body. And usually, like the original coffee Sparkle Minnow, I mean, a lot of it's creating dub brushes and using angel hair, but for me, I just found it easy to use a Chanel, so. Just flip it upside down here. So we'll just keep that there for now. You can swing it over just to keep it out of the way for now. We'll use it after we get the body wrapped here. So, and then we'll tie in the Palmer Chanel. And once you get that tied up, just go towards the front. And start doing the wrapping. Again, when you wrap, just keep the fibers facing towards to the back there. Yeah, this color combo is one of my favorites too. It works really great out in the mow as well, so. Just wrap it all the way to the head. And then tie off that Palmer Chanel. flip it upside down so you can do the belly portion of this streamer. Um, what I do is I actually trim the bottom to kind of flatten it out more, so that so this the belly material can actually sit on um, somewhat straight on here. So basically, just pull the fibers and cut it to where you're gonna put the belly. And then all you really do is you just kind of fold it over and create the belly there. Tie it off a couple of times. Fold over. And then basically start finishing up the head there. All right, and whip finish. And there you go. Like I said, it's a little more of the traditional looking one from the original coffee, Sparkle Minnow. See the bottom there. You have the belly. So yeah, it's a little slimmer look to it than the one I tied before. Just because this one still has all the material down on the bottom there. Either way, like I said, I've caught fish with or without the belly, but this one, it's nice because this fly itself is a little more detailed, so there's more to it. And also, I like to add that little black stripe on the top there for some detail. So yeah, you can see there's a black line going through the top there, so it just adds a little more detail. So, but yeah, this is yeah, coffee Sparkle Minnow. Just using slightly different materials than the original one, but has somewhat of the same original look to it. So, again, try it out, see what catches for you. All right, take it easy, guys.